The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
A most pleasant good evening to you all. Welcome inside Fred Rust Arena, home of the 2026 First State Showcase presented by the American Collegiate Hockey Association. 2 games from today's slate behind us. Villanova victorious over John Carroll. Stony Brook pulling out a thriller of a 3-2 win over Colorado State. And we close things out on Friday with the Grand Canyon Antelopes taking on the host Delaware Blue Hens. James Witherite joining you from atop the stands at Fred Rust Arena from the 412 Communications broadcast box. And we're pulling out all the stops for the late game on the schedule today. Production assistant Eli Swope with us, along with videographers Mr. Jordan Hirsch and assistant producer Trey Wright. Heading right into the line charts for the featured game on the bill tonight. Grand Canyon 13-7 coming into the first state under the leadership of Danny Roy. Danny did not make the trip east with the Antelopes, so John Olvere, associate head coach, will be manning the bench, and Hunter Hine will be manning the blue paint. He's 4-1-0 on the year with a .238 goals against average and a save percentage of .921. In terms of offensive productivity, Owen Hansen, who will start at center, leading the way for the Antelopes with 16 points from 17 games played, 7 goals, 9 assists. Benjamin Oakland and Richard Nelson will be at his wings. We'll see Gabe Trichler and Gavin Ukele handling starting defensive duties, both solid playmakers of their own right. Between the two of them, they've accounted for another point a game for the Grand Canyon side. Delaware with some young talent, some promising young talent, but here in the 2025-26 season, they've been going through some growing pains under the leadership of Todd Mittelmeyer. Jacob Snellenberg providing that veteran presence gets the call between the pipes. 7-6-1 on the year with the .312 goals against average and a save percentage hovering just above .900. Second line getting the start today, Austin Vecchio together with Tommy Tracy and Cody Diaz. Some fresh faces offering some solid offensive productivity, including Leighton Bajsadecki, who's on the top line tonight with Tanner Mahoney. Bajsadecki, 10 goals and 9 assists in 21 games. First-year player from Spring Lakes, New Jersey. Mason Moore making a big impact as well. Speaking of first-year players with a big impact, Thomas Weeks starting on defense alongside the veteran Jack Keller. 7 goals and 10 assists. A hallmark of this Delaware team since we've been here has been a solid 200-foot defenseman somewhere on the lineup, and Thomas Weeks fills that role well, along with the stay-at-home presence of Jack Keller. We're going to take a quick timeout here on the 412, broadcast home of the 2026 First State Showcase, brought to you by the American Collegiate Hockey Association. When we come back, we'll take you inside the glass for tonight's opening introductions.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Go time for Grand Canyon and Delaware in the late game on opening day of the 2026 First State Showcase. And we're going to take you inside the glass right now for tonight's opening introductions. Hockey fans, good evening and welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware for day one of the inaugural First State Showcase presented by the American Collegiate Hockey Association. This game pits the Grand Canyon University Antelopes against the host team of the First State Showcase, your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting Grand Canyon Antelopes, coached by Danny Roy and associate head coach John Olvere. Starting in goal from Peoria, Arizona, number 1, Hunter Hine. On defense, from Blissfield, Michigan, number 20, Gavin Ukele. And from Eagan, Minnesota, number 2, Gabe Trichler. At left wing from Boise, Idaho, number 10, Benjamin Oakland. At right wing from Edina, Minnesota, number 28, Richard Nelson. And starting at center from West Fargo, North Dakota, number 17, Owen Hansen. And now let's meet the starting 6 for your University of Delaware Blue Hens. Starting at left wing from Livingston, New Jersey, number 22, Austin Vecchio. At right wing from Mount Airy, Maryland, number 28, Tommy Tracy. Starting at center from Neenah, Wisconsin, Foundry City, your captain, the Iron Man, Cody Diaz. On defense, from Morris Plains, New Jersey, number 5, Jack Keller. And from Middletown, Delaware, number 8, Thomas Weeks. Starting in goal, from Meadowbrook, Pennsylvania, number 35, Jacob Snellenberg. Your Delaware Blue Hens are coached by Todd Middlemeyer, Jason Bain, Dominic Lignelli, and Mark Zezud, assisted by student manager Ellie Bates. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees Brent Kendall and Owen Doan, and linespeople John Poling and Rob Savastano. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag located directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those entrusted with the defense of this nation and the ideals upon which it was built, with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of Go time in the first state. Hunter Hine. In net for Grand Canyon, 4-1-0 on the year with a .238 goals against average. And a save percentage of .941. Jacob Snellenberg on the other side. 7-6-1, 312, and .905. His numbers so far on the season. John Poling with the opening faceoff. Diaz and Hansen meet at center ice. And here we go. We'll do it again at center. Grand Canyon in black moving right to left from our vantage point. Delaware in their home whites. Blue helmets, pants, and numbers moving from our left to our right. Here in opening period play as Trichler pulls back behind his own goal and tries to break the puck free. He sends it right into traffic above the Grand Canyon blue line. This comes back to Ukele. Ukele confronted by the forechecking Austin Vecchio, turned the puck over, and Tracy flipped this in behind the Grand Canyon goal. Keller and Vecchio together swarm Oakland. Puck ends up in the far corner where Ukele lofts it ahead. And it's recovered at the Delaware blue line by Diaz. Shot thrown in by Tracy well wide. Tommy Tracy corrals it in the far corner, but it's taken away by Oakland. He fails to clear. Bajsadecki to Mahoney. Tracy shot from the top of the left circle. Whistles just wide. And the Antelopes clear thanks to Braden Husby, bringing action back to center. Bajsadecki got tangled up with Spencer Lund in pursuit of the puck deep in the Grand Canyon zone. Holding at the opposite point is Luke Panapresso, second-year defenseman out of Warminster, Pennsylvania. He gives way to Sean Spring. And we end up deep in the Delaware end. Schwartz looking for space. He tried to set up Husby on the welcome mat to no avail. Jacquette with a long shot steered wide. And the Hens barely clear. Muscling the puck back in was Spring, but a delayed offside signaled momentarily. That gave the Hens a bit of an advantage in the race back to the puck before Nash Jacobsma got a shot away on Snellenberg with a close stick save from point blank range. And now a puck battle at the near half wall going the way of Layden. Shot coming from just above the near dot. Turned aside by Snellenberg. And again, the Hens drive clear. Walking in was DeBolt, unable to generate anything in close. Cade Coughlin, the native of Calgary, Alberta, turns the puck over to the other 20, Ukele, who sends a cross-ice pass through the neutral zone to Thomas Kaner, walking in and shooting as he gets tangled up with Brady Burke mid-zone, and Snellenberg comes up with save number 4. Layden, bodied by Boyd to the far corner, nearly turned the puck over. Unable to hold the point was Trichler. He's driven back to center by Coughlin. Dump and change for the Antelopes. And Brady Burke fails to cleanly hit Alex Infanger on the breakout pass. As the Hens get their fourth line on for the first time tonight, we're just over 3 minutes in to a scoreless hockey game. Here's Louis-Mathieu Ruel racing up the near wall, taking a check from Pelletier. Michael Pelletier circles behind his own net. Cross-ice feed intended for Tabacol, broken up by Keller. His shot rushed, sails well wide, and back to center this comes, where Weeks drives the puck in, and we've got a whistle. 4.5 minutes into the proceedings. 3.5 minutes into the proceedings, I should say. As Infanger heads back to the bench, and the face-off will come just in front of the Delaware bench, with Diaz and Hansen meeting again. Vecchio shovels the puck to center. Diaz will walk it the rest of the way in over the Grand Canyon line, but he's angled to the near corner and met by Spring. Spring takes the puck away, absorbing a check. Weeks holds the point. Stellar first-year defenders, 7 goals, 10 assists on the season. So far for the Blue Hens, who are hovering just above 500. Weeks steers the puck away from the pursuit of Nelson. Forechecking pressure stepped up by Hansen, forcing Tracy to play the puck across ice. Lund flips it in. Snellenberg steadies. And Keller will wait behind his own cage. Keller finds more, but he couldn't escape the zone. This is taken away by Schwartz, walked in. Snellenberg got a piece of it, but the shot was off its line. Long chance from Jacquet, sails wide. Ukele's backhand at the left point protects the zone for Grand Canyon. Henriksen, hassle to the near corner, trying to center to Schwartz. That pass was broken up by Sadecki, stripped of the puck by Schwartz, who wrists it in from center. And Panapresso sweeps behind his own net. He fails to clear. Husby protecting. Henriksen bothered. Husby's shot ricochets off the backboards. Panapresso unable to get stick on puck. It is recovered by Layden. Long shot from Pelletier. Saved by Snellenberg. Panapresso very slow to his feet after Snelly's 5th save of the night. This taken away from Jacquet just inside the line, and the 29s converge in the near corner of the Grand Canyon zone. Bajsadecki won the race to the puck, but he turned it over to Jacquet. Jacquet fails to clear low with the takeaway on the shot. First one from Delaware comes 5:45 out of the first period, and it's blockered away by Hunter Hine. Six minutes in the books from Fred Rust Arena as Noah Goose. Oh, wow. That one goes up into the almost into the press box and out of play. I think it just missed Trey Wright by a couple rows. Six minutes behind us in the first period. And the Antelopes maintain control in the Delaware zone. Serchuk back to Pelletier in the far corner. Holding the line was Trichler. Pass in close, stick checked offline. Nearly held in by Wardus. Pelletier protects. Net front. Feed to Serchuk, and this is held by Snellenberg for a pause. Caden Serchuk with a solid chance there for Grand Canyon with 6.5 minutes gone in opening period action and still no score. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be. And that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The law office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule your free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. That's LONG. Or visit injuryde.com. Tracy with the takeaway and the quick shot after Lund failed to clear. Saved by Hine, and here come the Antelopes on the attack again. Michalek floats the puck in behind the net. He tries to bring it back other side. Nelson offering good support. Gave way to Weeks. Lund steps up to hold the zone and chip the puck in deep. Keller leaves it back to Diaz. He floats this up the middle. Tracy got a piece of it. He tips the puck just over the Grand Canyon line before hustling off for a change. Diaz with the takeaway off the failed spring breakout feed. This is driven back into the Grand Canyon zone. Bodied down again by Gavin Ukele and sent up ice. John Poling says no icing. That puck was tipped on the near side of center from his vantage point. 8 minutes behind us in a scoreless hockey game. Ukele working the corner. Leaves the puck behind the net, thrown through the slot by Kaner. Untouched by everybody. Panapresso hassling Layden. Evan Layden looking for space, turns and shoots. Snellenberg stays with him for the stop. Follow-up chance came from Jacquet, and that too is denied. So Grand Canyon certainly controlling the momentum here as we work toward the middle of the first period. They've outshot Delaware 6-2. Nearly a seventh as Jacquet took aim from deep in the zone, but his shot was blocked. Henriksen leaves it back again to Jacquet through the slot, slowed up by Bajsadecki, who makes the block and now emerges with the puck. Leighton Bajsadecki working in past center. He floats at net front, chance to Bolt, tried to tip one from the top of the crease, but he was wide on his release. Burke from downtown gets one on net, and this is stopped by Hunter Hine for a pause in play. .11:05 to go in the first period. And something we don't see too often, and that's Rob Savastano dropping a puck. We almost exclusively see Rob in a referee role, but here tonight he's a linesperson alongside John Poling, another one we're used to seeing more often than not in the orange armbands. This is Schwartz racing up center. Give and go coming from his right winger, Braden Husby, didn't connect in the low slot. Muscling the puck away is Finn Boyd, floating it up the far wall, but not out. Trichler held the point. This is tied up by Coughlin and now recovered by Boyd. Floated across the line to Andrew Lowe, who backs his way through the neutral zone. He couldn't find DeBolt. This comes back to Jack Keller, deep in the Delaware end. Stretch pass ahead, tipped by John Cronin into the near corner of the Grand Canyon end. Cronin works this up the wall to Keller. Around the horn, Weeks with a shot. Bodied down by Hine. Crashing for the rebound chance was Weeks. And this too is denied. 9:56. To go in the opening period. Bit of a hiccup on the 412 Communications instant replay. But our crew behind the scenes, production assistant Eli Swope, getting everything back on track for us. And our replay capabilities have been restored. Just over 9 minutes to go in the first. Hens with a couple chances of their own, but foiled both by Hunter Hine just beyond midway in period number one. This is brought forth by Nelson, 2-on-2. He's slowed up by the reaching stick of Diaz. Drop pass into the high slot, taken away by Vecchio and cleared back to center. Ukele tried to spin it across to Oakland. Bajsadecki failed to hold the zone, And Hansen pile drives his way through up the right wing boards. Drop pass in the high slot to Nelson. The shot from Oakland was high off the back glass and just cleared by Delaware. Pelletier, D to Ukele. Thrown in from distance. And now the Hens back on the offensive, trying to catch the Lopes in the midst of a change. Tanner Mahoney surrounded by black sweaters at the near half wall. Tried to dump the puck in, and Panapresso heads off for some fresh legs. Meanwhile, Goose, joining the rush, was driven back behind the net. This is carried away from Mahoney. An advance by Layden to Michalek. Long shot, held by Snellenberg for a pause. 7:38 to go in the first period. Tyler Michalek with 3 goals so far this season for Grand Canyon. Unable to make it a fourth as Jacob Snellenberg stands tall for the stop. This is lobbed in by Coughlin and covered up. Every now and then we like to breathe to give you the whole Fred Rust Arena experience. A bit of hockey tradition here in the first state as the Fred Rust Arena organist makes his less than triumphant return to his rightful perch. If you know, you know. Coughlin blew a tire in the neutral zone. He heads off for a change. Puck battle develops in the near corner of the Grand Canyon zone. Schwartz tries to clear. Lowe and Keller unable to hold. And the breakout pass across neutral ice was broken up by John Cronin for Delaware. 6.5 to go in the first period of a scoreless hockey game. Louis-Mathieu Ruel gave way. This puck was cleared by Caden Serchik for Grand Canyon. Hard to see if that was an 83 from this angle, but indeed it was. Weeks stood up by Serchik at the blue line. And the Hens' Tommy Tracy recovers and again gains the Grand Canyon line. Net front feed, Alex Infanger. Unable to connect. Net knocked off amid heavy net front traffic. And we're going to give you a look at that Infanger chance just now. Started all with Tommy Tracy walking in over the Grand Canyon blue line. Infanger unable to finish on the welcome mat as Hein has the last word. Inside 6 minutes to go. Here in opening period play, no score between Grand Canyon and Delaware. Shot 7-6 in favor of the Antelopes. Jacquette works the puck clear, but he couldn't find Oakland on the breakout. Pelletier up the middle. Sachets past center, but ran into traffic right at the Delaware blue line. Moore, stretch pass. Here's Cronin walking in. Shot. Score! The Blue Hens strike first. And John Cronin gets his first in a Blue Hen sweater. Wow. 14:43. In period number 1, John Cronin. Giving the Blue Hens the early advantage. Particulars forthcoming. On that Blue Hen tally. As it was Danny Berg credited with the assist. Finding Cronin up the middle. And now Caden Henriksen gets one back for the Antelopes. Not a minute later, Henriksen pots his third of the year. And we've got a tie hockey game. Delaware goal, his first as a Blue Hen. Scored by number 10, John Cronin. Assisted by number 3, Daniel Berg. And number 35, Jacob Snellenberg. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 43 seconds in the first period. Cronin's first from Berg and Snellenberg at 14:43. The Grand Canyon goal, third of the season, scored by number 19, Caden Henriksen, assisted by number 26, Spencer Lund. Time of the goal, 15 minutes, 22 seconds in the first period. Henriksen's third from Lund at 15:22. Down to the final 4 minutes, minus a bit in opening period play. Wardle in for the draw for Grand Canyon. Penalty coming up, it will be against Delaware. What have we got from Brent Kendall? Ruel off for charging. So off to the PK. Go the Blue Hens. False start off the draw. Second time a charm and the Hens clear. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 14, Louis Mathieu Ruel. 2 minutes for charging. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 32 seconds in the first period. Ruel, 2 for charging at 16:32. Oakland hits a cross-ice pass to Hansen. Slowed up by Panapresso and now hassled by Diaz. Keller and Infanger complete this penalty-killing unit for the Blue Hens. Henriksen to Jacquet. Shot trickles in. Snellenberg made the initial save. But the puck rolled in past him. And Colby Jacquet pots his second to make this a 2-1 game. Power play tally. Jacquet taking aim from the top of the zone. For his second goal of the season. Grand Canyon power play goal. Second of the season, scored by number 24, Colby Jacquet. Assisted by number 19, Caden Henriksen, and number 10, Benjamin Oakland. Time of the goal, 17 minutes, 21 seconds in the first period. Jacquet's second from Henriksen and Oakland at 17:21, a power play goal. Inside the final 2 minutes of the first period, Delaware's John Cronin drew first blood, but the Antelopes have had the upper hand since. Goals from Henriksen and Jacquet. Giving the farthest traveling team the advantage is now Bajsadecki. Traverses center before leaving the puck back to Tommy Tracy. A dump and change for the Blue Hens. Getting some fresh legs on inside the final minute and a half. Keller tied up by Tabakol. Walking in was Tommy Wardus. And the Czechia native from 35 feet couldn't get past the blocker of Snellenberg. Final 70. Here's Mahoney. Bothered just upon gaining the Grand Canyon line. And with a minute to go in the first, this is going to come back an icing against the Antelopes. DeBold and Wardus take the draw. As we enter that final minute of opening period play, Grand Canyon with 2 unanswered goals, turning a 1-0 Delaware lead into a 2-1 deficit for the home team. Kaner worked the puck ahead from Layden through traffic, but into more traffic as now Lowe and Kaner get tangled up behind Jacob Snellenberg, and that knocks the net off its moorings. With 27 seconds. To go here in the first. Henriksen and DeBolt. Restart play to the left of Jacob Snellenberg, who's 9 for 11 here in first period play. Final 15 seconds. Trichler's backhand works the puck to Layden. Thrown in through traffic from the top of the left circle. Snellenberg with the save. Puck battle in the near corner will bring us down to the final horn of the first period. That will do it for the first 20. The score at the end of one period. Grand Canyon Antelopes 2, Delaware Blue Hens 1. Back after the first intermission on the 412.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Just about go time for period number 2. 2-1 Grand Canyon through 20 minutes. As we take a look back at how we got there. Danny Berg stretch pass to John Cronin, 14:43 into the first period. Putting the Hens on the board. And here the Trey Wright close-up follow shot as Cronin drives the puck past Hunter Hine for his first goal as a Blue Hen. Caden Henriksen returning the favor 39 seconds later for the Grand Canyon Antelopes. And then it was Colby Jacquette with the power play tally to give the Lopes the 2-1 advantage through the first 20 minutes of play. Fresh sheet of ice, James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box as Rob Savastano drops the puck on the second. If you're just joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network and the 412, Grand Canyon and their away Blacks moving left to right in second period play. Delaware and their home Whites moving right to left. As Jacob Snellenberg records save number 12 on the evening. Michael Pelletier unable to get past him from the left point. Ukele sets up Trichler. Shot was wide. Pelletier again. Got one on net again. From the left point, Snellenberg says no, sir. And Andrew Lowe just barely chipped the puck over the line, and the re-entry is going to be called back offside. Good heads-up play by Andrew Lowe heading off. Fresh legs on for the Blue Hens with 44 seconds behind us. Henriksen and Mahoney taking the neutral zone draw after the offside infraction against Grand Canyon. Lund gains control inside his own line. Spring floats the puck from center. In behind the Delaware cage, where recovering for the Blue Hens was Panapresso. Here's Moore tied up by Lund behind the net. Checked off the path of the puck. Moore unable to hold. Berg protecting the point. Throws the puck into net front congestion. It's taken away and chipped off the near glass by Spencer Lund. Rolling puck back as far as the Delaware line, controlled by Berg. Here's Bajsadecki walking in. Bajsadecki throws a lazy shot on, and this is covered up for a break in play by Hunter Hine. Solid defensive effort there from the Alaskan Spencer Lund. And the face-off comes to the right of Hunter Hine after recording his 8th save on 9 shots so far. Puck recovered at center by Cody Diaz, but he couldn't regain momentum for his Blue Hens. Brady Burke dipsy doodles through traffic. He takes a high hit from Husby, separating him from the vulcanized rubber. And Jacobsmo works it back across from blue line to blue line and then some for the Antelopes. Ukele with a long, desperate shot wide. Boyd knocked off his feet by Schwartz trying to clear the puck. And this is held in by Jacquet. Shot from distance off the back wall. Serchik to Trichler. Shot blocked from the right point. Race for a loose puck. Sees Serchik tied up with Burke at the far half wall. Trichler again across the line to Jacquet. Thrown in and held on to by Jacob Snellenberg. Face-off coming to his left with 17:12 to go in the second period. 2 on the score, Grand Canyon the advantage. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at the Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch, or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. You'll for sure be the first star of your next gathering. This will come back an icing. Attacking zone draw coming up for the Hens, with just over 3.5 minutes behind us. Here in the second period, and Grand Canyon leading 2-1 over Delaware on opening night of the First State Showcase, presented by the American Collegiate Hockey Association. Pelletier played a hard carom behind the Delaware goal. Net dislodged behind Jacob Snellenberg with 16 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the second period, and as the stoppage was caused by an Antelope skater, the face-off will come above the blue line into neutral territory, and the big guns are on for the Hens. Moore, Bajsadecki, and Mahoney to take the draw. We've just hit 4 minutes in second period play. Moore clears for Delaware. Cross ice pass chased down by Bajsadecki. Panapresso sticks the puck up into the atmosphere. It's brought down by Hansen. And now walking in is Spencer Lund again. Lund kept high in the zone by Moore. Unable to generate a quality shot from distance. Lund blocked this time. Moore steps up aggressively to engage him. Puck battle to the right of Snellenberg. Migrates up the corner boards. And now this is left back by Hansen to the line. Springs, centering pass, came back to him. Springs circles behind the cage after failing to connect with Hansen. Panapresso offering ample resistance in the far corner. And now a body from Goose disrupting Oakland, trying to work back into a clear lane up the near side. Moore with the takeaway, unable to clear. Jacquette protects the point. This is shoveled ahead by Moore to Bajsadecki, slowed up in a one-on-one with Trichler in neutral ice. Oakland recovers. He stretches the puck ahead to Layden. Layden working the near corner. And the shot looked like it was from Kaner on net. Stopped by Snellenberg. Coming to the 6-minute mark of the second period. No score as yet in the middle frame. Grand Canyon maintaining a 2-1 lead over the Blue Hens of Delaware. Bajsadecki reels in the puck in an open neutral zone. He crashes the net. He tried to get one on, but Hunter Hine outstretched that right leg to make the save. A-grade chance at the equalizer, but Hine said no, sir. Vecchio's going to take his shot. Hens coming in numbers. Drop pass. Burke tried to line up a shot from the top of the slot, but he didn't get good contact on the puck. Tracy on the back check, trying to cause resistance to Jacobsman. He strips the puck. Vecchio gave it away to Husby, and this is going to be called offside. So with 13:19 to go in the second, we get to see Savasano drop the puck again. Jacobsman, Infanger. Contest the neutral zone draw, and the Antelopes are back on the offensive. Boyd trying to dig the puck free. Played behind the net to now where Infanger has space. This is cleared. Icing waved off by Johnny Poling as Louis Ruel on his horse won the race to the path of the puck. Wardus the other way, gains center. He flips the puck in. Snellenberg steers it to the near side, where Weeks pursues. Takes a hit from Serchik at center. But he gives the puck away. Wardus again. Stonewalled up the middle by the Québécois Louis-Mathieu Ruel. Ruel throws it in from center. Trichler deep in his own zone. Drops the puck off to Lund. Volleyed back by Keller from his own blue line. To center and back to Keller it comes. Moore with the long clear. Puck was tipped. Unable to get through traffic was Owen Hansen. Coughlin, the forechecking menace in the far corner for Delaware, but Gabe Trichler recovers. Mahoney trying to keep the pressure on, but the Antelopes march back up ice. 11:20 to go in the second behind the Delaware goal. Panapresso digs the puck free. Hansen swarms him. It comes back near side where Jack Keller has a little bit more open ice to work with, and he'll carry this across center. Keller's backhand sends the puck into the near corner. And we've got a man down right at the blue line of Grand Canyon, and that's Tanner Mahoney, who's slow to head off as we're going to see a shift in manpower. 8:55 into the second period. Just going to be a matter of what's the severity on what's meted out to Richard Nelson. Messrs. Doan, Kendall, and Savastano getting together to discuss matters. And we'll get the word here momentarily. Looks like it's just going to be a minor for interference. And for the first time tonight, the Blue Hens head to the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play, desportsmed.com, the place to go to learn more about all Dr. Brad Bly's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities. The Grand Canyon penalty was assessed to number 28, Richard Nelson. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 55 seconds. In the second period, Nelson, 2 for interference at 8:55. Berg from the slot, threw one in. There's the equalizer for the Blue Hens. Leighton Bajsadecki strikes on the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. And we're all knotted up. 2-2 in the first state. Weeks, cross ice feed, and Bajsadecki goes top shelf. 9 minutes and 13 seconds into the second period for his 11th goal of the season. And we've got ourselves a brand new hockey game. And looks like another one's going to go here. We stand corrected. Delaware goal, 11th of the season. Scored by number 29, Leighton Bajsadecki. Assisted by number 9, Mason Moore. And number 37, Cody Diaz. Time of the power play goal, 9 minutes, 13 seconds in the second period. Bajsadecki's 11th from Moore and Diaz at 9:13. And back to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Go the Blue Hens. Tripping the call on Nelson, who makes a return visit to the penalty box to our right. The Grand Canyon penalty was assessed to number 28, Richard Nelson, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 54 seconds in the second period. Nelson 2 for tripping at 9:54. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 8, Thomas Weeks, 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes, 13 seconds. In the second period, Weeks 2 for hooking at 10:13. So we're 4-on-4 for the next almost minute and a half, with the Blue Hens having just leveled the score, thanks to a Leighton Bajsadecki power play goal, good for his 11th on the year. This is offside. Face-off just above the Grand Canyon line, with 9 and change to go in the second period, and even strength for the next minute. Nelson off for the next just under a minute, and Weeks off for the next just over a minute. And this is going to come back an icing. Bajsadecki with the equalizer for Delaware. Potting a power play goal, 9:13 in this second period to take away the Grand Canyon advantage. Burke putting the pressure on Pelletier. Puck is knocked loose and corralled by Tanner Mahoney in front of his own cage. 22 to go on the 4-on-4. 8.5 to go in the second period. We're all deadlocked to a side. Finn Boyd comes barreling in up the left wing boards, but he's tied up behind the net. Mahoney coming in to his aid. Puck is knocked loose, corralled by Owen Hansen. And Hansen's going to walk this all the way across center and all the way into the Delaware zone, as the Antelopes got a brief back-end power play. All of 19 seconds with the man advantage. And those 19 seconds tick away as Spencer Lund was unable to beat Snellenberg from the top of the left circle. 7:35 to go in the second period of this 2-2 hockey game. Infanger couldn't find Panapresso. Snellenberg steers the puck away from the pursuing Tyler Michalek. There's Michalek again, swarmed by a host of blue hens. Looked like Husby trying to cut through the slot, caught his stick up high, but play continues on unabated. 7 to go in the second. The shot from Jacquet made it on. Snellenberg crossed to the near post for the save. Jacobsma's shot was blocked off the cross-ice feed from Trichler. Jacquet threw it into the slot again. The backhand from Wardus was intercepted, and this is going to come back in icing. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team, and your fans, ranging from broadcast to social, print to digital, and more. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com and let's talk about how to get you noticed. Coming to the 14-minute mark of the second period of a tie game, Gabe Trichler bobbles the puck just inside the line, and the Antelopes are forced back into the neutral zone to regroup. They come barreling back in. Here a centering pass to Serchik that Wardus couldn't connect on. The Serchik shot stopped by Snellenberg, and here we go. A pile of bodies net front, and Vecchio and Wardus exchanging words after the whistle as the Delaware senior from Livingston, New Jersey, dusts himself off. And the face-off again comes to the right of Jacob Snellenberg. 5:40 to go here in second period action. Finn Boyd tried to clear off the far boards and find Vecchio, but the puck took an awkward bounce after it caught the seam in the wall right at the base of the Grand Canyon bench. This goes up into the stands and out of play. Antelopes protect off the draw, but Vecchio pokes the puck away from Sean Spring at center point. And that forces a reset in the neutral zone. Snellenberg's Karam ends up with a puck battle in the near corner, and working behind the cage, Evan Layden. Unable to find space as Burke bodies him into the near glass. Now walking in, Layden. Ran out of space as the net is dislodged behind Jacob Snellenberg. And Owen Doan whistles play to a halt. It's going to stay inside as the Hens were ruled the guilty party and the net becoming knocked off its moorings. And Diaz in for the face-off win to the right of his netminder. Worked the puck ahead to Finn Boyd, but this is cleared into the rafters, and a few seconds tick away. Face off near side. With 4:40 and change to go. Here in the middle frame from Fred Rust Arena. Nelson shot through traffic. Snellenberg stood his ground. Bajsadecki floats the puck up the left wing boards. Moore and Trichler in a foot race for it. Trichler got there just in time back in his own zone, and here come the Antelopes again on the offensive. Hansen through traffic, steered by Panapresso, in below the goal. One-timer coming from Trichler. Held on to by Snellenberg for a pause in play with 4:11 to go in the second period of this 2-2 game. Face-off coming to Snelly's left. Jacobsman for the draw for Grand Canyon, and Cade Coughlin leads the rush for Delaware up the left wing boards. He tried to find Lowe on a 2-on-2, but the Grand Canyon back check getting the better of the race, but squandering the opportunity they had. Roughing the call against Spencer Lund. And back to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Go the Blue Hens, DESportsmed.com. Grand Canyon penalty, assessed to number 26, Spencer Lund, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 6 seconds in the second period. Lund, 2 for roughing at 16:06. Bajsadecki has the equalizer, and he has the momentum to gain the zone for Delaware. Vecchio, far half wall, swarmed. Weeks pursuing the puck, can't get to it as Spring sends it clear. Danny Berg holds, 3:10 to go. Here in period number 2, Bajsadecki feeds to Vecchio across ice, tipping the puck past Pelletier. In behind the cage, and it's cleared out by Trichler. Play action behind the Delaware goal as Weeks leaves the puck. For Danny Berg. Moore, the recipient of the outlet pass, dropped it off to Mahoney. Berg waited as long as he did so the Hens could get some fresh legs on. .2:15 to go in the second period, and here comes Keller. To Panapresso, and this will be an icing. Hens unable to change after being guilty of the icing by about 20 feet. And they're pinned in their zone for the ensuing face-off with 12 seconds left on the man advantage. 2 minutes left in the second period. And a 2-2 tie to try to break. Panapresso to Mahoney, stood up by Serchik right at the line. Polling says this is offside. .142 to go in the second period. We'll restart just above the Delaware bench, just above the Grand Canyon line, with Infanger and Hansen taking that far dot draw. Hansen got tripped up pretty bad. Pretty clear tripping penalty here with 1:31 to go. As Infanger and Hansen just got tangled up. And Alex Infanger is going to take a seat for a couple minutes. Clearly no ill intent there from the Delaware fourth liner. Just ended up 2 on the edge, and Hansen got tangled up with him, and now Grand Canyon find themselves on the power play. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 4, Alex Infanger. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 29 seconds. In the second period, Infanger, 2 for tripping at 18:29. Final minute of play in the second. And the Hens clear. Low in the near corner, gives way to Jacquet, who holds at his own goal line. Colby Jacquet floats the puck up the left wing wall to Jacobsma. DeBolt keeps the pressure on him. We're down to the final 30. Hansen to Jacobsma, to Trichler. Shot was blocked amid heavy net front traffic. This is steered up the far wall and out. Layden up the middle has 10 seconds to go. Jacobsma kept wide by Keller. Lowe gains the puck. He tries to fire it clear, and the horn will sound to signal the end of the second. The score through 40 minutes. Delaware Blue Hens 2. Grand Canyon Antelopes 2. Back after the intermission on the Delaware Hockey Network.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5655. 5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. Leighton Bajsadecki with the 2 Delaware A-grade chances. In the second period, able to connect on one of them to bring this game back to level for Delaware. And there it was, a rocket from the right dot on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play, 9 minutes and 13 seconds into the second period to get the Blue Hens back on level pegging with the Antelopes from Grand Canyon University. 29 seconds left on the PK for the Blue Hens to kick off the third period as John Poling drops the puck between Hansen and Diaz to kick off the third frame. Puck is down and off we go for the final period of hockey here on day one of the 2026 First State Showcase, inaugural edition of this 6-team event here on the campus of the University of Delaware. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Puck advanced by Oakland up the left wing boards. Played in behind the net as Infanger is back on and the Hens are full strength. Lund reaching for the cross-ice pass from Jacquette. It didn't connect. Bajsadecki tries to protect the puck deep in his own zone. He's got some help now from Panapresso. Battle develops just above the goal line. And the Hens work clear. Cody Diaz flipping the puck away from his bench. Alex Infanger takes a body at the blue line, but stands his ground and forces the Antelopes back deep in their own end. Hens moving left to right. Here in the third period, as Infanger makes a return trip to the sin bin. This time for a hold. .113. Into the third period. This penalty kill could be brought to you by, you. Sponsorship opportunities are available on the Delaware Hockey Network and the 412. To learn more, email mjr at 412communications.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 4, Alex Infanger, 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 1 minute 13 seconds. In the third period, Infanger 2 for holding at 1:13. Holding the line was Trichler. Layden looking for a lane, leaves this back to Trichler. Snellenberg scrambles for the initial save. And commotion in front of him, vying for the rebound. Solid defensive support there from Brady Burke to take away any second chance opportunities on the doorstep for the Lopes. Jacobsma fed the puck by Trichler. Confronted by Goose, but he works it in low to Husby. The Hens clear and change. Husby takes a hard hit from Coughlin at center. Walking in was Jacobsma. Again, the Delaware penalty kill clear. And Hine, after facing only 14 shots in the first 40 minutes, steadies the puck for Jacquette to work it ahead to Oakland. This is left across to Hansen. Slowed up in the far corner. Winding up, Caden Henriksen's shot was blocked. Coughlin tries to clear it. He levels Henriksen at the blue line, and Diaz gets the puck free from his own zone in the closing seconds of this Infanger holding minor. And the Hens are back full with 16:45 to go in a 2-2 hockey game. Hansen with a drive. Snellenberg stands him up. Oakland hassled by Panapresso in the far corner. Puck squeaks all the way back to the Grand Canyon blue line, where Pelletier recovered and Jacquet gave it away. Walking in and shooting was Cronin, looking for a second goal, but his release was wide from the left dot. Tobical working back up ice. Couldn't traverse neutral territory. Cronin, holding his ground, drives this in again up the right wing boards, but Bajsadecki and Mahoney couldn't reel it in. No icing here, says Rob Savastano. Finn Boyd leaves the puck to Mahoney. Now Berg, under two-ply forechecking pressure. Works the puck around the far corner, and it caroms to center. Just over 4 minutes behind us in period number 3 from Fred Rust Arena, and we've got ourselves a 2-2 hockey game between Grand Canyon and Delaware. What a fitting and entertaining end to day 1 of the First State Showcase. Caden Serchik takes a check from Boyd. Puck is tied up now in the near corner of the Delaware zone. Advanced to Lowe, who gains center before flipping it in deep behind the Grand Canyon goal. DeBolt tied up in the near corner. Puck is shoveled free by Owen Hansen. Studied by Lund, played back behind the cage near side to Pelletier. This was tipped on its way up the left wing boards deep into the Delaware end. So no icing, and a shot from Lund. Blockered up and away by Snellenberg. Face off to Snellenberg's right after he recorded save number 28. And this goes the way of the Lopes. Henriksen trying to work into the slot. Shoveled the puck well wide. He has a goal and an assist so far for Grand Canyon. Looking for a third point. He was unable to do so. Diaz from Tracy. Slowed up at the blue line. Puck came back to center. Tracy lobbed it in from distance. No shot, as it sailed wide of its intended path. Nash Jacobsma with the dump and change for Grand Canyon. Puck rolls back across the neutral zone. Jacquet takes a check from Tracy right at center. Louis Ruel digs the puck back free to Goose. D-to-D pass. Panapresso sails this up ice. It is sticked down by Hunter Hine behind his own net. Oakland the recipient of the near side feed from Nelson. Jacquet to Oakland. Shot directly into the back netting. Behind Snellenberg, brings us to a pause with 13 minutes and 23 seconds to go here in regulation in this 2-2 contest from Fred Rust Arena. Snellenberg doing yeoman's work for the Blue Hens. 30 shots on goal, 28 saves. False start off the draw. And carnage at the top of the circle as Cronin's taken down by Husby at the time that Jacquet's shot sailed wide. Puck out of play from the Delaware end. brings play to a halt with 13:12 to go in regulation. And the Hens managed to get a change in. So Mahoney leading this top Delaware line on for the faceoff. Coughlin bumped up to the top combination, along with Leighton Bajsadecki, who had the equalizer, 9:13 of the second. We've just passed the 7-minute mark of the third period. And an icing will send us right back into the Delaware zone with 12:43 to go. Jacquet with the second goal. For Grand Canyon heading off. Lopes able to change, Delaware not. And the Hens clear after Finn Boyd gained control of the puck deep in his own end. This is thrown back behind the Delaware cage. Snellenberg played it out to Burke. Kaner had no space to set up a clear shot lane. Burke continues to wreak havoc. In the near corner now, a two-a-side battle. Coughlin tries to pitch the puck free. 8 minutes have gone by here in the third period. Puck is stretched up ice. Bajsadecki won the foot race to it to cancel out the icing. His shot bothered at the top of the near circle. Puck whistles wide. It's held in barely by Diaz. Given away and cleared by Michalek. Keller tried to drive one in from the point. It was blocked by Michalek. They're in a foot race back deep into the Delaware end with 11:25 to go in a 2-2 deadlock. Tracy floats the puck back to center. Vecchio picks it up from there. Pressured by Jacobs, Vecchio tried to feed it across ice to Tracy, but that pass didn't connect cleanly. Breakout pass from Trichler evaded the reach of Henriksen. Panapresso forced Layden back to his own line. And now Evan Layden up the middle regains the Delaware line. A couple rapid fire saves from Jacob Snellenberg. Both worthy of another look here with 10:42 to go in regulation. Again on the 4-1-2 instant replay. Layden with the drop pass to Henriksen. Snelly denies him and then bounces right back to smother the rebound and keep this game tied 2-a-side. Hansen swarmed by Panapresso. Feeds the puck to Oakland. Back to Hansen. Panapresso tries to protect it in over the right shoulder of Snellenberg. Oakland pitches this puck around the corner boards. Lund took aim. Plenty of net front congestion. And a few crosswords exchanged between sides with 10 minutes even to go. In the third period, a 2-2 score, and Jacob Snellenberg standing mighty tall in a game that has seen Grand Canyon control the momentum and have a pretty clear edge in terms of quality scoring chances. And there, the Antelopes keep chipping away, and they've got the go-ahead goal. It is Tommy Wardus, the native of Czechia, putting the Lopes on top with 10:03 behind us in the third period. Wardus off the rebound from what looked like a Husby shot. Pelletier is going to get the Pelletier is going to get the primary assist, and it's just going to be Wardus from Pelletier, putting Grand Canyon back in front. Grand Canyon goal, 4th of the season, scored by number 21, Tommy Wardus. Assisted by number 29, Michael Pelletier. Time of the goal, 10 minutes, 3 seconds in the third period. Wardus' 4th from Pelletier at 10:03. We've got something here from Owen Doan. And we've got matching penalties here with 9:17 to go. Boyd off for boarding. And Michalek heading off for roughing, so the two number 7s off to field 2 minutes. A shame. We're going to be 4-on-4 for the next 120. If you're a competitive athlete like these guys or a weekend warrior like me, whatever the case might be, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more at desportsmed.com. Grand Canyon penalty assessed to number 7, Tyler Michalek, 2 minutes for roughing. Delaware penalty assessed to number 7, Finn Boyd, 2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalties, 10 minutes, 43 seconds. In the third period, Michalek 2 for roughing, Boyd 2 for boarding, both at 10 minutes and 43 seconds. Weeks with the hard carom up the left wing boards. Berg swarmed by a pair of Antelope attackers. Tracy trying to evade pressure, carries the puck as far as center. 8:12 to go. Grand Canyon up 3-2 thanks to the go-ahead goal by Tommy Wardus. Here's Tracy shooting in a one-on-one. This is stopped by Hunter Hine, and he freezes the puck for the pause with 7 minutes and 59 seconds to go in this 3-2 hockey game. His Grand Canyon Antelopes with the advantage as we work our way to the home stretch here at Fred Rust Arena. Oakland to Spring. Oakland beat the defender but ran out of space. Panapresso's got him tied up in the near corner off the errant shot. Pelletier from the left point. Panapresso with the block. Bajsadecki and Jacobsma converge in the far corner. Nash Jacobsma looking for space. Vecchio takes it away and keeps him tight to the Dashers. Now Vecchio steers the puck behind the net away from Jacobsma. He leaves it to Luke Panapresso. And time is running out for the Blue Hens, trailing 3-2 with 7 and change to go in regulation. Keller up the middle. Vecchio had the red line when he tipped the puck into the Grand Canyon zone. And this is quickly turned the other way. But the breakout intended from Braden Husby was broken up by DeBolt. Goose trying to direct the puck in deep, instead clears it over the glass. And play is halted with 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go. DeBolt and Wardus. In for the near circle face-off. And the Antelopes march back up ice. Husby to Wardus. Trichler tried to hold the line but gave it away. This is an icing. .6:21 to go. Kaner and DeBolt will take this draw. Of course, guilty of the icing, Hens unable to change. And the Antelopes win the attacking zone draw. Coughlin tries to pinch off Kaner but can't clear. Burke, near side, dodges a check and sends the puck up ice. It's picked up by Andrew Lowe. Product of Team Maryland of the EHL. He takes a shove from Michalek into the near boards. Michalek now the recipient of the puck. Off a diagonal breakout pass, slowed up in a congested neutral zone. We're inside the final 6. Grand Canyon 3, Delaware 2 from Fred Rust Arena. Spring. Across to Lund, who gains center before dumping the puck in behind the Delaware goal. Weeks digs the puck free. Louis Ruel centers to Cronin. He's pickpocketed at the blue line by Trichler. This is thrown by Danny Berg. Back deep into the Grand Canyon zone. Trichler across the line. Couldn't connect cleanly with Nelson, but he directs the puck into the Delaware end. Diaz swarmed, stripped of the puck at the Grand Canyon blue line again. Inside 5 minutes to go. Lopes 3, Hens 2 on opening night of the 2026 First State Showcase. Tracy protecting the point, caroms the puck in deep. Vecchio taken off his feet, holding the zone as Boyd shooting. Hunter Hines standing up for the save. Puck loose in front, it's in! So with 4 minutes and change to go, Finn Boyd puts a loose puck past Hine, and we're back level. Initial shot came from Boyd too. And particulars are forthcoming. We'll give you another look at this replay. All together right now. There it is. Looks like Vecchio might have gotten a piece of it. The net was dislodged behind Snellenberg with 3:57 to go. Oh, Delaware goal! His 4th of the season. Scored by number 7, Finn Boyd. Time of the unassisted goal, 15 minutes, 47 seconds in the third period. Boyd's 4th unassisted at 15:47. 3.5 to go. Bajsadecki walking in. Generated an A-grade chance all by his lonesome and couldn't get past Hine. Panapresso lobs the puck back in from center. The other 26, Spencer Lund, left it ahead to Oakland, but the pass ahead through the neutral zone was broken up. Berg to Panapresso, 3 minutes to go in regulation. Will this 3-3 deadlock be unbroken, or will the curse of Tepsakuma live on? Play halted with 2:47 to go. Face-off coming to the right of Hunter Hine, who stopped 17 of 20 shots. Jacob Snellenberg with a heck of a game, 178 feet away. With 33 saves on 36. Tracy sees his shot blocked on its way in from the top of the left circle. This thrown in from distance. Husby can't clear. Wardus walks it back to center. Tobical shovels the puck in behind the Delaware goal, where Burke, looking for space, tries to dodge a couple forecheckers. And now he floats it ahead to Tommy Tracy. He threw it on net from 170 feet. Hine had to make the save, so he'll get credit for it. Here's Jacobsma. Snellenberg aggressively steps up to deny him. Final 99 seconds. And this is going to come back offside. Mahoney and Hansen for the neutral zone draw. Berg's shot, a knuckle puck over the crossbar into the back glass. And back come the Antelopes on the attack as we wind to the final 75 of regulation. Owen Hansen attracts a crowd in behind the Delaware goal. Hansen still trying to protect the puck. It's shoveled away. Nelson lost his stick. This trapped again. in the near corner. We've reached the final minute of regulation. Bajsadecki flips the puck, airborne to Coughlin. Coughlin made sure to gain the center line before letting the puck go the rest of the way to avoid the icing. Stretch pass the other way, tipped by Oakland after the feed from Pelletier. So the Antelopes will change as well, and Trichler fanned on the puck trying to hold the point. Here's DeBolt with a takeaway walking in. No, he ran out of space as he crossed to his backhand. One too many stick handles from Chance DeBolt on that chance for the go-ahead. 23 seconds to go. Keller just cleared. Jacquet stymied at the blue line. Final 15. Jacquet across to Kaner. He shovels the puck ahead. It's stripped from Wardus by Delaware's Luke Panapresso. He chips the puck off the near boards. Final 3, 2, 1. No, we've got a whistle with 1 second left. The likelihood of this face-off being a formality, almost 100%. There is the chance, though, that Braden Husby can do something with it. Puck ends up behind the net, and that will do it for regulation. The score at the end of regulation: Grand Canyon 3, Delaware 3. Third period shots on goal: Delaware 8 for a game total of 22. Grand Canyon 10 for a regulation total of 37. There will now be a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime, and the long change is in effect. Goalies will change ends for the overtime period. So both sides making their preparations for the extra frame. Again, 5 minutes, 3-on-3 overtime, and the long change in effect. As for everyone joining us from the Gateway City, the curse of Tepsakuma lives on. Five minutes on the clock. Vecchio, Bajsadecki, and Berg on for Delaware. Jacobs, Maladen, and Trichler. On for Delaware, on for Grand Canyon. And Vecchio's going to go for a cross check. "14 seconds into the overtime, and Grand Canyon's going to take their timeout. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 22, Austin Vecchio, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 14 seconds in the overtime period. Vecchio, 2 for cross-checking at 14 seconds. Timeout, Grand Canyon. While the Lopes take their timeout, we're going to look at the schedule for tomorrow. Colorado State and Villanova at 4 o'clock. Grand Canyon and Stony Brook at 4 o'clock. John Carroll versus Delaware at 7, all times Eastern. And the whole slate of First State Showcase action will be right here live in high definition on the 412 and the Delaware Hockey Network. Snellenberg held his ground to deny Layden. Layden to Jacquette. Working net front is Hansen. And in the near corner is Oakland. As the Lopes cycle, we're 4-on-3 for the next minute and 25. When Vecchio's penalty expires, we'll play 4-on-4 until the next stoppage. And then the manpower will revert to 3 aside. Snellenberg smothers the puck for a pause in play with 3:56 to go in overtime. Already 2 saves from Snellenberg here in the extra period. Trichler working just inside the line to Jacobs, winding up, that's wide. Three and a half to go in the overtime. Jacobs, cross ice pass to Husby. Drop back to Trichler, swarmed by Diaz. 35 to go in the man advantage. And Hine hits Husby on a stretch pass. Cross slot feed. Layden's denied by Snellenberg. Jacob Snellenberg, some kind of dialed in tonight. 37 saves on 40 shots to this point. 21 to go on the Grand Canyon power play. 3:07 to go in overtime. A flair for the dramatic to bring day one of the First State Showcase to a conclusion. Oakland couldn't get stick on puck on the cross slot pass. Perfect execution until then. Another pass across the Royal Road from Jacquette, but this one is blocked, and the Hens are back to full strength. We're 4-4 until the next whistle. Colby Jacquette, the Manitoban, trying to skip the puck ahead to Layden, who takes a shoulder from Burke in the near corner. Layden tied up, tries to walk the line. Panapresso steers him behind the cage. Hansen emerges. Hansen working the perimeter of the zone. Low. Angles him out of the house as well. That shot from Henriksen was on. Snellenberg was saved 38. And the Hens clear with 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the extra time. Jacquette toward us. Snellenberg again with the stop. 39 saves from 42 Grand Canyon shots on goal. Jacob Snellenberg having himself a day, friends. And if you know Snelly, you love to see it. Just a phenomenal human being off the ice, too. Accomplished referee. And Tommy Tracy, off the draw, will leave the puck back into his own zone. We are back to 3-on-3. As Tanner Mahoney barrels in up the left wing boards, trailed by Berg. Berg tried to line up a shot, but he was bothered on the release by Sean Spring, and he turns the puck over. Spring backing through the neutral zone. Kept wide by Tracy. Leaves this to Henriksen. Henriksen puts on the brakes. Snellenberg smothers the puck, and he holds with 1 minute and 23 seconds to go. Face-off coming to the right of Jacob Snellenberg. 39 saves on 42 tallies. And a crowd surrounds the puck over the dot. This is taken away by Thomas Weeks. The solid 200-foot defenseman couldn't get a shot in. He was bothered the whole way up by Trichler. And Hein froze the puck at the other end of the rink. 71 seconds to go. And a hard-earned attacking zone faceoff for the Blue Hens. Unfortunately for the home side, goes the way of the Antelopes. Final minute of overtime upon us, and a dislodged net brings play to a halt. This ruled the responsibility of Grand Canyon, so the faceoff comes above the blue line with 56 seconds to go. Diaz, Bajsadecki, and Panapresso. On for the Blue Hens. Bajsadecki levels Jacquet just over the line. Diaz to Bajsadecki, 2-on-2. And this is called offside. 34 seconds remaining. And Rob Savastano blows play offside, forcing the Hens back into the neutral zone. Face-off goes the way of the Antelopes, and Tommy Ward is crashing the net. And what a way for this game to conclude. A heartbreaker for Delaware. As from the neutral zone faceoff, Tommy Wardus walks the puck in. Snellenberg makes the initial save, loses the puck. And Evan Layden tucks the game winner with 27.2 seconds to go in overtime. Grand Canyon game-winning goal. 7th of the season, scored by number 8, Evan Layden. Assisted by number 21, Tommy Wardus. Time of the overtime game-winning goal, 4 minutes and 32 seconds in the third period. Layden's 7th from Wardus at 4 minutes and 32 seconds in the overtime period. Tonight's final score, Grand Canyon Antelopes 4, Delaware Blue Hens 3. It's time for the Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Tonight's third star with a goal and an assist for Grand Canyon, number 19, Caden Henriksen. The number 2 star with 40 saves for Delaware, number 35, Jacob Snellenberg. And the number 1 star of the game with a goal and the assist on the game-winning goal, number 21, Tommy Warnes. A hush falls over Fred Rust Arena. A prayer circle with antelopes and blue hens joining together. And our thoughts as well go with the Roy family. Danny Roy not making the trip east from Phoenix. As he attends to a sick relative. And Danny, we send our thoughts to you and your family for a full recovery. And we certainly hope that a Grand Canyon win sends some good spirit and some happiness your way. So that will do it for us here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Grand Canyon improving to 14-7-0 on the season. Delaware dropping to 11-10-3 after an entertaining, exciting back-and-forth game, which sees the Antelopes seal it in the final 28 seconds of overtime. Evan Layden putting a bow on a 4-3 Antelopes win over the Blue Hens to bring Friday at the First State Showcase to its conclusion. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow from Fred Rust Arena.